Hi everyone, my name is Melissa. In this video we'll take a closer look at a custom function I created for problem of the week number 2. Here's our messy data, and the goal is to clean up all the text values in both columns. For that task I created a clean text function. So let's take a quick look at the M code. This function takes one parameter called myText. Its value should be of type text, and then the function returns a text value. Because not all of my variables listed below will return a text value, declaring the return type will result in an error. To prevent that error from happening, I can comment that out for now. If we want to see what the first variable returns, all we have to do is refer to it by name after the in clause. So I'm going to copy this to remove variable and I'm going to paste it in here. And press OK. To view the result of that function, we have to invoke it. So let's add a custom column to this query. Invoke our function. Let's select this merged column and press OK. We now see that the toRemove step creates a list. In fact, it is a combination of two lists. The first list created the quote signs, and the second list a range of characters that I wanted to remove. How did I create that list? Well, for that I used a function called Text.ToList. So let's examine that. You can access the internal function documentation by creating a blank query, entering the function name without the parentheses and pressing enter. So here we see that Text.ToList, it returns a list of character values from a given text value. So let's paste in some text and invoke this function. It creates a new query, and you can see that this is a list. And that list contains all the letters that we see here in the text. Perfect. Now, I added an additional list, right? I combined two lists, and I used the ampersand to do that. So let's recreate that here. Add the ampersand, use the list initializer, and enter those quote signs. We now see that the quote sign has been added to this list. But why did I create a list? Well, in the next step of my text cleaning function, I use a M function called Text.Remove. So let's examine that as well. And you see that you can enter a text and then a list of characters that you want to remove from that string, as depicted here below. Let's go back to our text cleaning function. So to remove, it created this list, and then combined them together into a single list. And then our clean text variable, let's paste that in after the in clause, calls the M function Text.Remove. It passes the myText variable and then calls the toRemove list. So let's see what that does. Step back to our query, and this no longer returns a list, but it returns some text values. We're making progress. Next up, trimming. So we have some additional spaces here, and we also have that trailing comma at the end that we want to get rid of. So for that, we can use the trim functions. So I'm going to step back to the query, and let's examine the M code. So here I nested two trim function. The first trim function just removes the additional spaces at the front and the end of our cleaned text variable. So the remaining text that we've got, we're going to remove the spaces from that. From the result string, we're also going to remove the trailing comma. So let's see its result. I'm going to copy this variable name and paste it after the in clause. press done. Refresh our query. And you see that now the additional spaces are gone and the trailing comma is also removed. In the final steps of my query, I just replaced some text values. So you can see I replaced a text value here and I replaced a text value here. So in the last case, I replaced that underscore by a space. Let's copy that. Oh, didn't need to paste that in. Okay. We can also enable the return type again. Done. Let's step back to our query and examine the results. And this is looking good. Now, we don't want to create new columns to invoke our function, right? What we can do is we can transform our column 1 and our merge column instead. So I'm going to remove this custom columns tab, and I'm going to use the UI to create the bulk of the code for us. So on the transform tab, let me select both columns quickly. On the transform tab, I'll go to format and I'll just select a function. It really doesn't matter which, because this is the M code that's generated by the UI, and that is all that we're interested in. We can now replace that text.lower function by our custom text cleaning function. So fx, there it is, our clean text function. Hopefully you're getting why I add those fx in front. There is no M function that starts with that, so you'll always have them at the ready when you type that in. Press OK, and you see that our texts have been cleaned. So awesome! Now, why would you go through the trouble in creating a custom M function? Well, if it's likely you have to repeat this or similar logic in future, you can store this query, that function query, and reuse it, speeding up query development at a later stage. Another good reason, of course, is just because it's fun. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the Enterprise DNA channel. Thank you so much for watching. All the best.